Okay.
Jayla, here's the requested list of speakers nominations. Let's see what the email says. Sure. Charles Blow, excuse me. Charles Blow. Patrick Jefferson. Kelly Rowland.
White football player.
My girl, name ain't even spelled right. He said he's still gonna try to get Kelly Rowland. I said, bring it on. Now I ain't gonna stop you from bringing Kelly. Bring it out. Larry Shaw. Are these anybody that you guys know?
Nope.
Joey Raspberry and Edna Medford. That's all you sent.
Was that who you wanted? I mean, were those your names?
That's who I wanted. I didn't even put them there who I wanted.
Were those the names? Were those all the names?
Go back to my emails that said.
That's the one I'm in.
Yeah.
Call for speakers.
Yes, that's the one I'm in.
September the 3rd.
Oh, we were saying that.
I got September 14th.
The email that you sent that I took that we started on, it didn't have the names included that I know I sent you, and then John said the same thing. So that's why we were like, question mark.
But like I said, David's still sending invitations.
So yeah.
So we're not late. And if they can come, we'd rather build off of those people. And he said he has somebody from Texas. And I was like, well, we'd rather have, that's less money he's got to spend.
Yep.
Shoot, we don't even have, we could pay her honorarium.
For a gift card, the Longhorn Steakhouse.
No. Don't send, just do a touch basis, and then David's gonna send a speaker invitation to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tricky when you get in the middle of that.
Yeah, let her handle all types of funding.
Yep, she's good at what she does.
That's what we pay for.
Mm-hmm.
The speaker engagements and all that other stuff. As far as like reservation arrangements, all of that.
Okay.
We just give her names and she produces. And I just have some questions for her. That's why, I mean, it's not gonna have to be a long conversation, but it's more so about the flyer if we're gonna have one soon. Speakers, if she has any updates on those. We have this guy named Dr. Brian Hotskins. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were waiting for him to get the link up so we can send it.
Yeah, it's sent. You have it.
Okay.
You sent it from her email.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, today, since we have lots to do, and we have people who are gonna do all that lots of stuff. We'll just go through the overview real quick. After I just give a quick review, we'll go with the reports and then do a SWOT analysis so we can identify the things that we are doing currently, and the things that we don't want to do anymore. And after that, we'll do, today we originally were supposed to focus on updating policies and protocols, and then just hit a review and action items. But I think we have a lot more flexibility in terms of what we tackle today. So yeah, we'll roll with it. The thought of the day, which I thought was really awesome, is I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together we can do great things. And that just speaks to all of the different things that I think we'll be able to tackle if we can just identify our strengths and work to those. So I just really believe that if we want to end this year on a successful bent towards success next year and beyond, I think we really just have to keep it simple and get back to the basics. And so we're here for three things. These are our objectives: to encourage undergraduate individuals to pursue higher education that are African American, to provide those individuals in graduate school with tools that can help them succeed, and then create a network of scholars that can help tackle the issues that Black communities are dealing with. And I think that if we kind of just make sure that everything we do ties back to those three things, I think we'll be okay. And so for my quarterly report, I have it. We don't necessarily have to go over it right now, but these are just my responsibilities, and I think that's another thing that's important. And if everyone kind of just goes back to exactly what it is that they're supposed to be doing, and make sure that as we identify these three things that each of us is going to do over the next 3 months, that they fall in line with whatever our responsibilities are. So, like, I've been spending a lot of time and energy working on things that weren't necessarily a part of my responsibilities. And I think that that kind of takes away from what I could and should be doing. So if we can all just work towards our strengths and do things that we know we should be doing based on the structure of our organization, I think we'll be all right too. And then this is like really as simple as I think it gets. If it isn't broke, let's do more of it. And then if it is broke, let's stop doing it. And I think that when we talk about having a team of roughly 20 to 25 people and 4 people being present in Atlanta, there are tons of different reasons why that happened, and tons of things that we need to address to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. But this is also the time where we have to make sure that everyone who is willing and ready to move forward, we identify those people and we rock with those folks. And if, this isn't the time or space for you to be an NBGSA, that's all right. But we just have to go ahead and clarify that now so we don't move forward, in stressful ways, and make sure that everyone that's here wants to be here. And if you don't want to be here, then you allow space and opportunity for someone else who does. So I think that's probably our biggest thing. Right now, it's pretty awesome for a number of reasons. There are a lot of positive opportunities that we have ahead of us. We have people who have like literally just searched out NBGSA. People are hungry for what we have to offer. I think we just have to identify that and make sure that we're sending a clear message that's attracting the people who are looking for us. But yeah, we have people who are applying to be on the membership team who are looking forward to doing the work of NBGSA. We have people who have already submitted abstracts for our conference, even though we haven't gone full swing into our conference promotion yet. So, I mean, it's up to us to just make sure that we're prepared for the people who are looking for us. And so that's what this weekend and the rest of this year is going to be on. Now I think, yeah, let's just hit a quick SWOT. Well, actually, let me get feedback from y'all. I don't really like reports. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to report or need to report? Or is it something that you feel like we can just tackle with the SWOT analysis that we're going to do when we talk about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the upcoming semester? For the remainder of this semester, of this quarter. Is there anything that you all have in your reports that you feel like you need to go ahead and hit on, or what are folks thinking right now?
Not specifically.
No, not specific. I'm just thinking, how do we turn this thing around, right? Like quickly,
sure,
before we lose it. Because it feels like we're dropping the ball as it relates to somehow something is happening.
Sure.
We need to figure out how we need to fix it.
So we're trying to say.
And I think that the people in the room care enough about the organization to figure out, to say, we're in it with you to fix it. So I think we need to really strategically talk about what we're going to intentionally do that's going to fix it beyond us having meetings and having conversations on the phone, because I think we're having a lot of conversations, just as enough actions out of those conversations. Sure. And maybe we need to be realistic about the time that we have to dedicate to the organization to say, if we have the time to actually take it, to salvage it. Because, I mean, after 28 years, after 28 years, if this is the result of 28 years, we're in bad shape. And we need to figure out how we're going to turn this thing around.
There's a big difference from last year and the year prior leadership team to where we are now. It was just like all of a sudden, yes, we got passion, we got fire, and then it's like, oh, I'm busy.
Yeah, so we crashed somewhere. We just need to figure out where we were injured, if we hurt or if we're injured, and if we need to just move forward. And how to just move forward. Like, because we have the people in the room that's gonna obviously make it move forward. So what do we need to do to finish this year, to bring this conference back? Not conference, to bring the association back.
Yeah, to bring.
Because I don't even think it's the conference issue. Or if it's a conference issue, or if it's only a conference, we need to just focus on it being a conference. If we focus on it being an association, that's a different story. But if it's only a conference, we need to just focus on providing a quality conference. If we're trying to move beyond it being a conference to an association, where we're actually doing stuff and meeting needs of graduate students on other levels, not saying that that's higher in objective than the conference, we need to decide what's that going to be. Because at this point, the only thing we really can do is salvage the conference.
Yeah.
Because the association is on life support.
So you're saying give us the reports for now?
Nope.
Not me.
So we're kind of doing the reports now. Like the whole point of the reports is to kind of like talk about what we've done up until this point and what we plan to do later. And I think right now we're kind of like, we do need to talk about the space and shape that the organization is in right now and where we want to take this thing. And I think you said a bunch of real stuff right now. We're having some similar issues on our campus in terms of everybody's doing stuff. Everybody's extra busy. So the last thing that we need is another organization. But the first thing we probably need is another organization. And it's kind of like we're in this paradox where it's like everyone's already doing stuff. So how do we create time and energy, more time and energy for them to do stuff that we still need to get done? And for us, I feel like that's a serious question that we have to ask ourselves. Like, do we want this to only be a conference? We had this push for NBGSA to be more than a conference and for us to, be an association and an organization like we've been saying we are for all of these years. Yeah, I mean, it's in our name. But every year after year, we have a conference, and it's almost like we try to do so many things that we never do one thing excellent consistently over and over again.
Not even the conference.
Right, because we have years where we have like a bomb conference, like it's dope, and then the next year it's like the person who gets into the position may not have as much experience. When we talk about a VP of conference, and so one thing that we did do is try to make sure that we at least had a very high floor for the quality of the conference this year by making sure that we paid someone contracted with DHF. And so I feel pretty confident about what we're going to be able to do conference-wise. But yeah, like, is that what we really need to be spending our time and energy on? Is that the best use of our time? Like, do we just need to dive in head first and just focus on the conference for now and for the foreseeable future? Do y'all feel like that's reasonable? Or do you feel like we need to try to like be an organization and an association and support other BGSAs on other campuses?
Well, I felt like a couple of years ago, like when I just got started, it was like there was such a camaraderie. It was like we want to see Blacks do well. So we're going to call each other, we're going to text each other, we're going to provide institutional support. And then it was like this leadership team. At first, it felt like this is a really strong team, and then it just died. So I think we still can be that dynamic, strong, positive organization. We just got to be maybe more selective about who gets in where, and who's doing what. Because right now, the four of us, we're about to do the whole conference. And the conference could end up being really good with just 4 people.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. And there are gonna be more than 4 people on it, but it is gonna be awesome. Yeah. And there are 4 people in this room. So you're saying that a couple of years ago, we had people in place who were committed to seeing other Black students succeed, and were able to spend enough time and energy to make that happen through NBGSA. but something happened along the way where it's like, we're here now. And we don't necessarily know how we got here. We just know that this is what we're doing. So we know we just need to kill the conference piece. We at least.
Well, no, I don't know if we need to kill it. We got to talk about the conference because it's the only thing that keeps the association afloat.
Right.
Period. Without conference, you have NBGSA.
I mean, kill like we gotta.
Oh yes. Conference.
I was looking at we gotta handle business.
I'm like kill it like okay, maybe I should have asked. But no, I'm saying we do. So I was thinking like on the front end, we need to focus on conference on the front end, and then focus on the organizational pieces that we can salvage on the back end. You know, because if conference is what's going to revitalize the organization or keep it alive, we need to do that. And I think we had a strategic plan as to how we would build the association over the year leading to the conference, but we didn't follow it. No. We didn't follow it. And then with last minute planning, like, and I know this is not last minute, but like with last minute planning, like not knowing in January where we're going to be at in October or November, what's this month? It's horrible. And then not knowing this year where we're going to be at next year and the next year and the next year is just not good planning. Yeah, when you have an association that is going to have a meeting every year. John knows when the Super Bowl is going to be in 2018.
That's because it's going to be in Southern. All right.
Right. But I'm saying like
that stadium, you be like.
But it's 2015, and we know what Super Bowl is going to be at in 2018.
Absolutely.
And you know, it's like we drive this car like it's a Honda, you know, and it is. I guess it is a little Honda Sentra, a Nissan Sentra. What?
It's either Honda or Toyota.
Right. But when you talk about when you're trying to embrace a national platform, you have to think about a national vehicle, and we have to shift our thinking about the organization. If it is more than a conference, the conference, of course, is our focus, you know, eventually at the forefront. But then the other things that we need to do along the way to build an organization are things that we just have to consistently stick to.
To be completely honest, I think we should pour our time and energy into a dope conference and then identify 2 other things that we do in addition to that.
That we can do.
And just stick to that for now until we master those things.
Like providing the Constitution.
Yes, that's
like seriously, like providing the Constitution. Like nobody has a Constitution. Nobody knows what it is.
And we've asked for that on many occasions.
Right, and but for one person having
it's a problem.
It's a black.
Because I remember we edited
motif.
I was on the Constitution Committee. We edited it.
I was on the Constitution Committee.
Yeah, I got to Marcus, and I ain't see that for that.
We still haven't seen the new one.
We don't even know what the results are for the election. So what happened? And that was a breakdown there. What happened that we don't even know the results from the election?
Sure. So this is the conference, right? We had that was gum. We want some gum?
I was gonna say there's like a whole cafe over there.
It's a cafe.
Yeah, it's Starbucks coffee and bagels.
Oh, is it Starbucks here? Okay, good. I mean, it's going. I'm just saying.
So now I'm like,
John, just get this thing to the fire.
It's been in my pocket, in my pants. So I've been getting away. But and my jeans be cut tight anyway, so they fit.
That girl,
my partner,
mm-hmm.
my future wife.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
Right? Yeah, we gotta start working out together. But this is a side conversation. So what? This is like seriously. In addition to the conference, right? I see us as like we have the newsletter. We have a conference that people can expect to happen on a regular basis. We have a newsletter that people can expect to happen on a regular basis. Outside of that, I don't know what we do that's reliable.
No, and we need to hold people accountable. And we have conference calls.
We have conference calls. Well, and John has conference calls.
And John Harper be there. Are you there too?
Uh-huh.
You're there too.
I want to like 6 or 7
people.
I know that. I understand that. I understand that.
Go through the roll call. John, here. Aria, here. Dr. Thompson, here. And then you go through like 6 people where nobody's there. Then it gets to me. I'm there. 3 more people go by, not there, and then maybe 2 more people, and then you hit Dr. Tatum, and she says she's here, but then
well, usually it's like, guys, I'm here, because she always forgets Dr. Tatum's name. I just want to let you guys know that I'm on the call. Hey, Dr. Tatum.
So what's priority now?
Well, you have an 11:30 appointment with the conference planner. Right, so we need to probably keep that in mind.
Yes, we do.
And then we need to decide Then we need to decide where are our most. We just need to probably just send it to a little survey.
What?
SWOT, like a good analysis of what we have. Like, what do we have that we know is working? Those things that we know is working, we need to pump some blood into those things that are working. And then we need to narrow our focus, provide something good for our members this year, and then provide something even better for them next year. And I'm talking this year before December 31st. I'm talking something good next year. Even if it's a book, even if it's the Constitution, we need to mail or give our members something, to let them know that they're part of this organization. Because if not, we're gonna lose them.
Man, to be honest,
people need perks. People need perks. They need a reason to be a part of this.
See, but to my understanding, when I joined, one of my perks was I got all these Black intellectuals in one room. Like, I was gonna do my PhD at LSU because we had an NBGSA at LSU. Looked at Grambling. It's like, okay, I got connections here. A couple people.
And that's our strongest.
About Minnesota State and our student personnel EDD. It was like, yeah, like we can make that happen.
You said counseling personnel?
Counseling and student personnel.
Is that this a program you're running?
No, they want me.
Okay.
Because they talk about paying for it, but Texas Tech is talking about paying for my stuff too. So it's like,
yeah, decision. So
if that's the case, let's look at conference, let's look at policy, and then let's look at chapters.
Conference policy. I don't think we need to look at chapters right now.
But John says this is a living chapter.
I think but to me, like.
No, I'm asking which chapters exist. That's
what I'm
not saying let's dissect the chapters. I'm saying who's alive.
Okay.
Which chapters are alive? And like maybe I'm thinking we should formulate that to say these are the chapters. Like we need to know, and you need to constantly inform us. Just like I say, always over communicate. What is actually going on in the organization? Who's here? Who's not? Where's the membership roster? Who's paid their dues? Who's not paid their dues? Put it in print. Let's call people. We need just $25, whatever that is. We just need to make that happen. And like we got to do some reconnaissance work.
That's cool. I think that's cool. I think I would add to that list our messages. So like, what are our marketing points? And one of them definitely is the networking piece.
That's our biggest, the most driving.
But we don't hit with it though.
I know, and that's the biggest thing. Like,
that's why I didn't get it.
What happened?
He sent the emails to my VP marketing.
We need to call you Greg.
Did you just check it?
No, he just forwarded the message to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like VP marketing.
So we gotta figure out his password.
Right.
He's like, I was like, you set it up. He's like, I did. Yeah, it's set up. You don't know your password either? All right, we gonna call Greg today
I've
too.
been ill. I'm back now.
Yeah.
I'm so happy next Wednesday. I just don't.
You're here till Wednesday?
No, I go to the cancer center.
Oh,
Okay.
see, look, see.
I had some health problems going on at the repair site that they removed.
No,
All right.
you're not.
All right. So
Okay.
Write that down.
That's like 1 cent.
So when you guys register for the conference, we record for us. We give a discount of. They won't let us give a full discount. So my balance is a penny right now, and we're trying to figure out we're just gonna record that payment. It looks better in our books pennies than $200. But we have 8 members that have paid.
And I don't think that reflects everyone, because some people pay through the old site.
But the only person that I don't know, right? No, yeah. So you like all those people that have paid. Like I made you an account, and now you need to go in and it's easy to record a payment. We can just say that you've paid, and but we have 8 members, including you.
John, I want us to hit all these things that we have.
Yes.
I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. I want us to hit all things we have.
Yeah, you're making
wrote out.
Yeah.
So I'm just condensing it.
Okay.
So
Because
conference.
these things I think we can solve. Voicemail, we can solve. The website, we probably can't solve it, but we can.
No, we can solve it. I have all access.
Okay, well, we probably can solve it. And I hope the solutions, the problems ain't about colors and all kinds of stuff like that. Is it workable? Can people get to it? Will it do what people, can people register for the conference? And
we're going to get all that on there, and then.
Okay, because how it looks is
relative.
Cool, but it ain't like.
No, it's not. So that's not a priority. We won't make it a priority. It's a priority in my head, but you know.
It's how it looks.
My name is on it, so.
Yes, it just looks. Membership numbers, active chapters, if we have active chapters.
Hey, that's included.
Okay, so who's on the? So I guess just who's on the roster. It'd be good for us to know. And then.
You said reclamation or with reconnaissance.
Like, what are we gonna do to get the memberships in?
Yeah.
Are we all paid? If we can just not, we ain't paid, let's pause and pay. You know.
Can you go in Wild Apricot and create an account? So at least we can say everybody. I know Minnesota's gonna end up paying for you, right? With the 75, hopefully.
Good. I'll find out.
It was a real treat. That's a guy you are so amazing. And then when I saw your number, I was like, wow, he is just worrying her to no
Yeah. All right.
So you didn't email me back from the email.
No, I don't think he's in. Well,
yeah,
he has to be.
He has to be. I sent the link out to
Everybody.
The Hangouts into our
Okay.
Because I didn't get that link you sent me.
You get that one?
Uh-uh.
Oh well. So
Michael, we see you. We see that you're here.
We see you, bro. All right.
But we put you on mute. We talking about planning right now. Hold on. Turn camera off. I don't even know how to turn the camera. Oh, stop.
So yeah, conference membership. Identifying active chapters, reclamation, and reconnaissance. I don't know if I spelled that right. Marketing. Anything else? Like these are just not relevant.
So we're gonna be hitting on these different
Policy. Talking about putting together
a policy.
No. Sending out the Constitution.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I called it policy. I called it section.
And with Wild Apricot, once you become a member, we can just have the Constitution on our website. As long as you're a member, you can view that the Constitution, and then I guess they can download it from there.
They could. I'm just saying that we haven't given our members anything.
Right.
As a result of being a member.
We need to figure out what that is supposed to be distributed, like a pin that we have tons of.
Yeah, they should already have those.
And see,
don't you get them when you become a member? Like they used to send you, like Jerry sent us
a packet, a nice packet with a thing, and you got a membership card and everything.
Seriously, I really feel like we just need to pull back, and when they come to conference, that's when they're in NBGSA, and then support regional conferences. I think I think like instead of us sending stuff out over the course of the year, whenever we're together, we're together. When we're not, we're not. I think
I disagree with that.
that's okay.
No,
But that's what I think. That's what I think. Like, what are you about to say?
No, I think it's a both and. I don't think it's an either or. I think it's a both and. I think you have to do some stuff with people so that people can feel a part. It's all about customer service and then you have to kind of, drench the times that we're together, but you also got to do little things along the way to keep people connected to the organization. And it's because we're trying to shift the culture of the organization to becoming more of like an ASA or RPA or a real living, viable, association. People like ASA send out job banks.
Sorry, I didn't put my time card in. I ain't gonna get paid.
ASA has like membership benefits, job banks. Like we need somebody that we need to model somebody. Even if it's a small model, or even if we're a smaller version of a larger model, we need to model somebody, do what they're doing, and may have those levels of success. I think we're kind of like doing it without looking at a model. I think we just need to look at a model and see how that works out for us. A small model, not something that's overwhelmingly complicated that we just can't do.
Like
Yes. They don't do much other than their conference.
I want to look at them.
No.
They're not doing it.
No, I'm saying they don't do necessary, but they have a good connection, but they don't do too much. It's a network. That's what they are. They're a network. So they don't do necessarily too much outside of their yearly meeting, but their Facebook thrives with daily conversations, daily talks with stuff. Like it's just a daily thing, and it's more so just a connection thing than an organization. It's a network. That's why they call it the PhD network. It's not an association.
Yeah. And I guess for me, that's the marketing piece. It's like we just need to decide what it is we're gonna do and then focus on that. And it doesn't mean that we have to do it forever. It just means that this is what we're going to.
We need to pull back to that. Okay.
So is this like essentially? I feel like this encompasses like the things that we really need to talk about.
We need to go back to your report because I think. Or your address.
Well, these are the objectives. These are straight from our website, straight from our constitution. Well, at least from our website. These are our objectives.
Now, the question is it just 3?
There are more.
Go on our website.
There are 3 on the website.
Okay.
These are pulled out the website, but these are what we have right now. And then as far as
okay, no, let's go back to the first. That's okay. Go back to the you just said.
You say go back to the 3?
Yeah, just 3.
Okay.
So, like, is it possible for us to just strategize, ways? I guess already you have like the you already have like the strategic plan for us already done, like the leadership strategic action plan, right? That was sent to us by Marcus.
Nobody completed it, but sure.
Nobody completed the leadership.
Like what there? So yes, there's a strategic plan, and then there is the pages that list out what each position is going to do for that year, and there weren't that many responses on it. I have mine.
And even with
John
that,
has his.
Even with that, I know the way I wrote mine was like really, it was a lot. Like it was just
No. I'm still on that black slide, that first slide. I'm just asking, is there a way that we could do these 3 things once this semester and then once next semester and still have a great conference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go back to that. Sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I really did have a moment because I'm almost didn't get paid.
So, number one, could we launch a think tank? Could we launch a think tank on 2 college campuses before December?
What do you mean by think tank?
What are the black colleges in your area? Where you are?
Savannah State.
And what else?
That's it.
That's it.
We got Fort Valley. That's a couple hours.
You ready for mine? Central Shaw. What's over there? Central Shaw, St. Aug. That's
So
you ain't in North Carolina no more.
So could we develop like an NBGSA? Could we develop an NBGSA small campaign to encourage undergraduate students to go after graduate studies? So like a small campaign, like putting together some content on NBGSA, like this, just an NBGSA thing, host an event on the campus and say, you know, even if it's 10 students, even if it's 15 students, put some money to it, put some food to it, get some space on campus, and then this is a National Black Graduate Students offering to this campus to help them pursue undergraduate education or graduate education, which will also become a marketing tool for our conference. Because we'll give them what they need to go to encourage them to pursue graduate education. And then like the hook and sinker is to like invite them to come to be a part of our conference. So John can get Savannah State, you know, you can get one, I can get one at Howard. Like I can have a meeting at Howard, you know, John can have a meeting in Minnesota.
Or North Carolina.
You know, I'm sure Michael Cobb would love to host a meeting somewhere at Morgan State.
No, he's in New England. He's been asking for information and content so that he can
go on the website.
Huh?
Tell me to go on the website.
Yeah, he wants the invitation. He wants the invitation for the conference, and we haven't finished drafting that.
Yeah, yes, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
The key point is to get us back to our core basics, is to provide some levels of presentation, discussion, thinking, sessions to the only way we're going to get to undergraduate African American students is going to HBCUs or starting there, because usually it's easy. It's just not hard to get on an HBCU campus. Obviously, it's easy.
We should have had one today.
We should have had one here,
yeah.
Right? And invited students to come by, because number one, all you need is food, right? If you got free food, they're coming, right? Because they always want to eat. That's all you got to do.
That was the goal.
You got to hook them with food. You hook them with food, you present your material, you invite them to come to the conference. You make it that simple, and you just do it on several campuses, and then that's what encompasses our reports. That's what we report on. Yes, we had a meeting, you know, it's the basic business model.
Do you think that, just a question, do you think that would be more effective than us trying to do regional conferences in our regions?
Well, regional conferences require so many more people.
Yeah.
Well,
this meeting requires us, one person from NBGSA with an NBGSA pin on, a blue blazer, a yellow shirt, and some khakis.
The only thing that we need to do though, the only thing we would need to do is just create a standard presentation. That's the work required for that.
Create a standard presentation and just give it to everybody and say, this is what you use, this is what you discuss. When you finish discussing it, you report it.
Can we have
so we can do that this weekend?
Yeah, can we have a standard presentation by that?
Yes, true. I mean, it's not hard. Just to encourage undergraduate students, just present to them the facts of life. You're gonna have a job.
So then the second one is provide tools that will aid Black graduates and professionals in their studies.
Like one of the things that I've done with the few members that we have now at MSU, I sent them out an email. It's like, okay, give me your full name, tell me your major program, and tell me what you want to do, or tell me what you think you want to do. And then I went online and researched colleges and universities in the Midwest that might suit them. It's just like, hey, you're thinking about this, your major's in this, maybe you want to think about this or going into this. Because I got a lot of funds like, man, I'm not sure what I want to do, but I know I want to work with kids and I know I want to, you know, help them with their education. And I asked them like, okay, do you want to teach or do you want to kind of advise? And so that's like, okay, this might be the path you're looking for. Maybe this master's program, maybe this, maybe you want to do this internship while you're here. And I know that's kind of helped stay connected. They're like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. Like, that's what we should be doing.
Is that something that you kind of did on your own, or is it part of your job description?
No, that was me.
So I'm wondering, because like we have a career services, we have career services on campus, we have career counselors. And like, when I hear that, I hear a collaborative opportunity. But yeah, I think that's a good look. But that sounds like a lot of work though. That's the thing for me. I feel like with people who already have tons of stuff on their plate, I don't know how many people would be willing to commit to doing that for all of their graduate or undergraduate students on campus.
Right, because I know for the kids I got in Minnesota, one of them, she's down in Baton Rouge, so she wants to come to the national conference. She was like, hey, do we have an NBGSA chapter at LSU? Because she wants to stay connected. And that was the biggest thing. Like when I'm talking to some of the kids I got now, it's like, okay, you're thinking about corrections. Check out how, for ... We got some people there. At least what we're finding in the Midwest is that they want to get out, but they also want to feel like I can plug with somebody.
So and then it's not as difficult as, let's not make it difficult. Aria, create a letterhead that says NBGSA, the address, job announcement. Put a box in the middle of it, and then let everybody have it. And anytime we get a job announcement, cut and paste. Cut it, paste it. PDF it, email it to the general body. No matter when you find it, no matter when it comes, no matter if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, as soon as you get a job announcement, if all of us are part of ASA, if we were all a part of ASA, all 3 or 4 of us were the part of ASA, a job announcement comes out, like American Social Sponsor Association. So if something came out, like all we had to do is go to the announcement, cut and paste it from that announcement, put it on our letterhead, put it inside the little box, PDF it, and mass email. And then because that's providing a tool, and then all you have to do in the subject line is job opportunity, NBGSA job opportunity, and what the title of it is, and then like constantly communicating. And so if everybody not that like you all will be able to do it all the time, but if somebody does it from us on a regular basis, if somebody does it, communication, the more emails people see from us.
We have a communications chair.
Huh?
We have a communications chair.
Yeah, right. So but I'm not even confident that person has the email list that I have. Like, cause I sent out my emails to like 400 people.
I said, who you sending? He's like, I sent it out. I said,
Right, to everybody who was on my Northeast regional rep list. So I went back to all my emails. I got Northeast region, Southeast region, everybody who was on my list. I sent it to them.
Oh, what?
Because that's what NBGSA used to provide us. They used to provide us when you became a member or a regional rep, you would get a listing of all the members who were in your region.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes, it was on an Excel document. And that's what you use. And that's how you send out your emails to everybody. So you can't just put people in office. You got to give them the tools to do the work that you want to do.
You have a Northeast
a regional
Excel
email list? Yeah.
Okay. Because we have, right?
Is that what you use? That was your,
Yeah.
that was your personal.
No, that's what I was given.
Oh, wow.
By that guy. What's his name?
Jeffrey.
No, little guy.
All right.
No, little guy. Skinny guy. Small guy. He's an alpha. He goes to Louisiana. He's in Louisiana.
Jerry?
Jerry. Yeah,
Jerry's an alpha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry's alpha?
Really?
Yeah.
No. Jerry, yes. Jerry, that's what they provided. So
Whitmore.
We probably just need to go back and get some of those emails from them. But we keep changing stuff. Changing website, changing this, we change so much stuff.
And I wish.
Is Michael Pop on the line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I asked him if he could hear us because I wasn't sure.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
So number one, because really we can just tackle these objectives like we're doing now.
Right.
Create the campaign, get on these undergraduate campuses, and just after we have that standard presentation, we can provide funding for people to go if they need it, and just do 1 or 2 of those. If each of us did like 1 or 2 of those, even start with our own.
If each one of us did one on our own campus,
yeah, we'd be straight. That's automatic. We put NBGSA out there, automatic.
And that's done.
Right, and then that's done.
And that should be a responsibility of the leadership team every year. Like, and what I'm also thinking of ahead, because we all are pretty much on the same page that we're not going to be here next year. I mean,
You gotta think about that.
pretty confirmed, okay? So, but I, at the same time,
Which is so
it is, but you graduated, I've graduated. You graduated. You're not. These people are no longer graduate students.
And we're running those grants.
Right. But we were graduate students when
we're
we.
like the national office.
So then constitutional wise, we should change that.
Well, it's as long as you're a graduate student upon election.
Yeah.
You have to. So we were all graduate students when we were elected.
Okay, that's the problem. Because at this point, given the people that we have now,
Yeah, it's gonna be
we're gonna do all this work, and then we're gonna turn it over to
People who ain't gonna
people
handle it.
who
People who gonna drop the ball.
They're gonna have expectations of us to have it in order.
I'm just saying, we pull FDR for the go ahead and technically get a third term.
Well, I think if we just have a solid plan and we pass that framework to whoever is next, that'll be okay. Granted, the selection process is on point.
Or maybe, okay, well,
we'll
let's
be
draw
okay.
that. Let's draw that information. Let's draw the information that we need. Let's look at the information that each person needs to function, and let's provide for them that information, and then try small initiatives to help finish out the year strong. Because I don't know if we even gave people the tools that they needed to actually successfully do their jobs.
And that's
There is no Northeast region, and wherever there's not a rep, if there's an officer in that region, that officer becomes that rep until we get a rep. Because that's what we did. That's what we did in NBGSA. Like if that's the first thing I did. Like when I got elected as a regional rep, it was like, okay, here's what you do. If you don't have state reps, you launch campaigns until you get them, or you have to do their work until you get them in there. And then I just continued to launch campaigns until I got state reps. And then when I had state reps, I was like, well, here's our state rep, this person, and this is what they do.
I felt like state reps just kind of disappeared.
What they did.
They tried. I know.
They did because it depends on who's leading. It depends on who's at the helm. And that just didn't stop with you. It started with Anthony. It stopped long before you even got on.
So now, right? I feel like if we create this standard campaign and we set the expectation that people need to go out and do at least one on their own campuses, at the very least, and preferably before the end of the year. And then, in addition to that,
That's so achievable.
In addition to that, we create that template where we send people out information about jobs and conferences and whatever. I think the key right there is tools, because
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like you said.
Tools.
Yeah, so what else is a tool in addition to like announcing jobs and announcing opportunities to go to different conferences and fellowships and things of that nature? What are other tools that we can just send out and be like, hey, check this out. Hey, check that out. Because that way it's not
articles are tools. Articles, any type of information we get regarding Black education or Black student, some type of article, some type of advocacy opportunities. If there's an opportunity for somebody, if you're doing something, you never know what people will be a part of if you never invite them. And if everybody would just communicate often about what's going on, you still give people the opportunity. See, what people need to see is people may not never see us, but they may not see us physically, but they need to see us, through our technology resources, through social media. They need to see us talking. Like for NBGSA to have 50,000 Twitter pages is ridiculous. That's crazy. Instagram pages, it's crazy.
We only have one of those. We only have one of those.
Popular in Jacksonville.
Yeah, but you only need one.
We only have one.
No. The regions have IG pages, Twitter pages. I mean,
they do have several Facebook pages.
Yeah, several Facebook pages. We do.
Well, right, but for what?
So they can. Okay.
I'm just asking, for what?
It's to stay connected with those in your region as well. But you're right.
But if you stay divided like that.
Yeah, you're right. Because like the PhD, I like them when it comes to this. Their PhD, there's one PhD network, and when I tell you they be going in just about stuff like, you guys, I'm in a situation with my advisor that this, and this. What should I do?
And there's one network. And
they go in, and you'll have 50 people respond to them with their suggestions and input and how things should happen when it comes.
Because people want to go to one place.
Yeah.
People don't want to
and our official NBGSA Facebook page is not a forum. I think it's set up as a organization. So because theirs is pretty much set up like a forum, and we have one of those too. So yes, we have a ton of.
So that's
and there's like 2 Southeast things. So like, what do we do? Delete them? So what do we do?
Stop diluting yourself. Like the more we dilute ourselves, like,
Okay.
the more we spread ourselves out,
So-
the more diluted.
So
we
direct
become.
them our way.
What we have to do is have to bring everybody in, because different information is going out. Everybody can post on the same page. Just give the people who are in charge of those pages access to do what needs to be done on the main page, to say what needs to be said. If you continue to divide your people, that's what's going to continue to be divided.
So we need to shrink the leadership team.
No, I think we just need to pull the leadership team in and be like, listen, these are your responsibilities. Do you have the tools? See, what we didn't give them at the transition meeting is we didn't give them tools. We gave them titles, but we didn't give them tools. And that's why one of my suggestions is to spend some time at the conference transitioning people into leadership roles, because they got the titles and they got whatever the description is, but the tools we never gave them. And so now we have an exact result of them not having tools, no work.
So with that being said, exactly, should we do elections like on the last night, and then that morning, that's when you split?
Well, no, I don't know if I think elections should be done at the beginning, because those people need to be transitioned over the next 3 days of that meeting, so that when the conference is over,
it's almost like a link up to like, you see what I'm doing, and like this
you actually become part of it. Or we create a leadership institute for people who want.
That's what I love.
Period. And if you don't go to the Leadership Institute, you don't provide leadership at NBGSA. And that could be a separate meeting on a HBCU campus for a weekend that you must.
I think that's what the transition meeting's supposed to be. No?
I don't know. But
yeah,
we're so busy doing analysis, and not you, but just like every year I've been in 4 transition meetings, and I've seen how we never transition. It's like, well, we're gonna have this conversation with you. But you don't like when you need something, you go into the office, you give people the tools they need to be effective.
So it's like the transition meeting will this year. I mean, we have to start it. So this year it will be a Leadership Institute transition meeting.
And I think that's the perfect wording too, because there hasn't all there. It's like, oh, it's a transition meeting. Well, why are we focused on leadership? Oh, is it leadership? Because we're not focusing on transitioning. And I think there hasn't been a clear understanding of what that is supposed to look like from year to year.
Yeah, and it's always like when you link up with this person, so y'all two get together and you just tell them what you do.
Yeah, that's not it.
Nobody else knows what you're doing, and then it's all combobulated and it's all dysfunctional.
And like you guys, reports are necessary, but it's like we need to get those reports in and out and be done with them.
And those are things you need. Those are things you need in your hand as soon as you become an officer. You need to know what the strategic plan is. You need to know what the reporting process is.
Which was why I wanted the reports, even like so that this whole week, like if we would have got the reports in on last Sunday when I asked, then by the time we got here, you've read over them. You've seen what people have done. If you have any questions, and talk about it, and the reports are in your hand.
I think part of it though is like we already know what people are.
Yeah, we know.
And people don't have.
There's like 5 people on that leadership team that I have no clue what they're doing. I just hear their names get called out.
I know I know I mean, that's part of my job is to know their situations. And I can say either whether they're doing what they're doing, but I know that they're checked in somewhere else and not in NBGSA.
Right. And that's because it's not.
Yeah, so go around the corner.
And we're gonna call Dava. The only reason I say because she's free, and she's free before 3. But I just want to answer these questions that we have, and then we can get back to it.
We're right with you. We're not gonna fight you.
4 minutes.
We're not gonna fight you. We just need to decide what we're gonna do and how we're gonna get this organization back alive. Because right now, it ain't good. And we need to figure out what do we need to do to get the leadership team back on board. Because you have a major problem when your leaders have checked out of the organization, including the advisors.
Yeah.
Like all of the advisors have checked out.
My friend posted a thing.
Tasha.
My friend posted a thing the other day. It was saying something about like good leadership makes a world of difference. It does. It like
a huge difference. And I'm saying that everybody has checked out. Like I think I texted y'all the other day, both of y'all, and I was like, why y'all answering? Because I'm really upset. And y'all wouldn't answer.
you called me?
No, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't the other day. It was the meeting before the last meeting. Like when I noticed Dr. Tatum wasn't on the call, not this fast call, but the call before that, and Dr. Tatum wasn't on the call, I knew something happened. I was like, something wrong.
But John knew what Dr. Tatum was gonna make the call.
Oh. But yeah, but I mean nobody said it.
But yeah, you should have said she was out because I didn't know either. I called him as soon as I got off the phone. Was like, where Dr. Tatum?
And I called you that night too, and I was just like, is anybody not concerned that Dr. Tatum was not on the line?
Yeah, I called him. I was like, this is the second time she ain't made this call.
That's what I'm saying. Twice. And that's what
that ain't Dr. Tatum.
And I was just like, if Dr. Tatum ain't on the phone, something wrong.
and that's something that she's expressed too, is like she has other stuff on her plate, and she's literally the only advisor. Right?
And she's frustrated with the advisors.
Right. So that means we need new advisors.
Yeah.
We need people who are interested.
I'll be an advisor.
I will too. But we need to talk to people who are interested.
Your PhD. So.
Yeah, I can't.
Too. But we need to talk to people who are interested in keeping the organization alive. Because if not, all this is null and void.
Yep.
So we really have what we need to do. We just need to
so now it's after we get off phone with Dava, I think we need to re-energize ourselves with some food. And then
say something. And right, we need to do something. And if it's small movements make a world of difference.
But so like this is the one that I kind of just want us to tease out a little bit more before we go and call with David. But like we create a network of scholars. We have the conference, and we can, I guess, finish this after we get off the phone. But like I like the idea of us having like a forum or creating a culture where people
connect
outside of the conference.
I think the best place to do it is to do. Oh, can you let John in? I think the best. We can do it on our website, but people are on Facebook daily. I mean, hourly, minutely. I was like, and I think we should create our forum on Facebook as well because people are on Facebook minutely.
Is there a way to?
We can figure that out tonight, this weekend.
Okay.
And we can go ahead. Can we make it? What?
Yeah. Can we like? Can people respond on our website to Facebook?
It should be a Twitter feed. It's not a feed on our website?
Well, there is a feed on our website.
Yeah, but
we can't. You can see the feed and you can click on it to go to where it is.
But it's not interactive on our website. But it is. I was just curious.
Can you call Dave? Oh,
on here.
Now, John, what I can do is I can
see. You can go here
to Aria and
go
John.
Here,
and I'll take you to Facebook.
Yep.
I mean, I was gonna put it on the list, but
it takes us here. But this is an organization page.
It's a page, so it's not interactive.
You can't interact in it.
Only we can.
But that we do have. So, yeah, there's not. I know there is a NBGSA page. NBGSA.
See, there's a job out just came out right now for the assistant professor in higher education for Cincinnati, Ohio. Team track faculty position.
See, look.
These people send job announcements every.
It's a closed group, and you can. We just need to be like, hey, we're here, and you can write stuff.
October 28th.
Look,
that just happened.
He's going to be a speaker at our conference. Dr. Brian Hodgkins. He's a former NBGSA member, and he's posting stuff in our forum.
Call Dave. Call Dave.
At the what? Oh. At the conference. At the court, I think people are coming to the conference. People live for that. Like, people have asked me already. I've had like at least 5 people ask me when the dates of the conference.
Black cities outside. We keep choosing black places outside the city.
Well, that's another look. That's what's in the corner.
Can't accommodate conferences. We could be in trouble. Everybody gonna come to our conference, they got to sit out in the outskirts of Houston.
They did, but
When they
we.
figure it out.
Hello. Are
you sleeping?
She might be.
Oh, she's sick.
Hello?
Call on Jesus, baby. Call on Jesus.
I can't hear you that well.
Oh, I might not have the best service. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're here in the quarterly. John Harper, and Willie is here. And we just had a few questions concerning the conference that maybe, do we have a flyer? Did we get a flyer made to announce the conference?
Hold on, Jerry.
It might be my phone. That's from Jacksonville. Quarterly.
Yeah, remember?
Red sweater.
Oh, you asleep. That's why I don't remember.
No, I was awake. I'm right there.
Yeah, I-
My eyes open.
Yeah.
Smiling though.
What you dream about?
Orlando.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Actually, we're singing the part.
Actually, she's available. She okay? Is this a good time?
Yeah, she said she's free. She was like, is this a good time for you? The flyer, do we have a flyer yet? Did we get one?
Yes, we have one that is, I can put it, she touches on it. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. I'll be there for you to it now. I mean, like, if you guys are ready for the launch date, you have to be ready within like an hour or so.
We're gonna walk away from this weekend to be ready for launch by Sunday morning.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not a problem.
Okay, and then we're gonna work on the agenda and we'll send it to you. The next thing, what other question? We had a couple questions.
Does she have any questions?
Do you,
Sorry, go ahead.
Willie wants to know if you have any questions for us.
No, not
Okay, but as far as recruiters and as far as that email, I was
Did she
gonna
just roll her
ask
eyes at me?
you if, no, she didn't roll, how do I know she rolled her eyes?
Because I heard it in her voice.
Like, don't you look at me with that tone of voice?
Willie said she.
I know, I heard her roll her eyes at me. Don't do that to me, David. It ain't, I'm one of the four, okay? I'm in the room. Oh, really? Really? I said, don't roll your eyes at me. Listen, I said, I'm one of the four in the room, okay? So I'm still here. I haven't quit, okay? So don't roll your eyes at me from a distance because I can see you. Thank you. I know how you do. Come on, the remnants. This is obviously a remnant. This is the real. This ain't even a knit.
So,
Okay, we're ready because people are listening to this conversation. I don't think they can be talking about it. We'll talk about it later. Okay. All right, here we go.
so, and then as far as recruits, are you gonna send that email out or?
Yeah, I was planning on sending it through mailchimp. That one is already done.
Okay,
Ready to send out.
okay, and so,
I was just waiting for the OK and then the direct website link.
okay, yes, and the other, I'm gonna try to work on changing that this weekend. As far as, I don't know what's supposed to go on that sponsor page still though, because I know there's supposed to be a link for them to do stuff, but I'm not sure what goes on there, and I can't see it via Charles, of course. So do you have an idea?
Well, on the sponsor page, I mean, the main thing, like on the main page, you can see the letter itself.
Okay,
And,
Just give me this.
the sponsor brochure attached to it, we have one. I put one in the drop box thing.
so my question, yeah,
Publisher version in there. So I vaguely remember talking about someone making changes to that or modifying it or whatever. The information on there in sponsorship brochure is pretty generic. The only thing that needs to be changed is like the location and stuff like that. And maybe the pictures are related to Jacksonville, but information itself is pretty much the same. And as I will go on that page, and then the only other thing that would need to be on there would be the actual form that they would complete for whatever their level sponsorship on there. So they were pretty much like, you would have like a check box or whatever, check off whatever their sponsor level or if they're a recruiter, you know, they are one day or whatever the recruiter options are. For one recruiter or, you know, additional recruiter, whatever, they would check that off and just put their information in there as well.
Do we know, what was I gonna ask you? Do we know, like, as far as, is it, so it goes into is that gonna be a registration though? You know what I'm saying? Or do they just usually pay, or do they need to register?
Yeah, they need to well, in filling out that form, they need their registration form, and at the end of it, it has payments, a payment portal or whatever, they need to fill out, like, you need to know their name, their school name, you know, the representative's name, addresses, phone number, contact number, email address.
Okay, because I can make an event that just for recruiters and sponsors to register for the conference. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Well, I don't know what you mean by register for the conference or register as a recruiter. I mean, in essence, the conference registration, they just a list. You know, it's just more like our internal thing. So I mean, if they fill out the registration form, in essence, they register. You know what I mean? If they fill out the recruiter form that has that information and they pay, then they register for the conference.
Right, and so, and I'm just saying, I guess it was more so like a rhetorical thing as far as, we are going to, I'm just gonna set it up so that it's like an event so that they can, it's a recruiter and sponsor registration so that they can fill out all that information through the Wild April site.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, I guess that's why you guys,
yeah.
I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah. And yeah, no, you're fine. I always try to. And then the speakers, we know we have Brian Hopkins as a speaker. And then the Hazlets were wanting like everything, right? They would be expecting everything.
Yeah, I mean, if we want them to participate, then they would be expecting transportation and hotel. I mean, at their minimum. I mean, and that's just, we wouldn't ask anybody to take their own way to come to the conference, but I mean, the only issue with them is that they're located in Dubai at this now. They're living there.
Okay.
So they made, you know, they said that they were definitely willing to participate, you know, and excited for the opportunity and appreciative of the opportunity. But, you know, for us to know that that's their travel arrangement, you know, would need to come from that location.
Okay.
We're not gonna make that much money off of it.
Yeah. And so, and then the other thing is we actually have some more speakers that didn't make the list.
So I'll send them over to you.
We'll add them to the spreadsheet.
Well, I'll do a new spreadsheet. It's obviously the one that you have.
We'll add it to the spreadsheet. She has access and she can look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a spreadsheet
so
that you
yeah,
like
you
to
can
know?
add it to there and then you tell me the level of, you know, the order of preference.
Okay, because I know we haven't had any responses from anybody else, correct?
No.
All right, well, we will do
And
that.
then I only sent out the stuff to the actual speakers that haven't begun to workshop presenters yet. So I was trying to hold off on that until we got the speakers solidified just in case we needed to have someone do have a dual role, you know, depending on their level of response stuff. And then also when you list the speaker information, if you have any like background information, like if they worked with us in the past or remember anything that I can include in the invitation letter that would kind of assist them in knowing, you know, so it's not a cold list. That would be helpful too.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because John Harper also has somebody from University of Texas, Austin, that he reached out. He's reached out to, but we said that you'll still send an email. As an invitation. But he's already sent an email to her. So we'll figure that out too. And so, yeah, there's some people that he had on the list that are in Texas that we didn't get on that list. So we're gonna add them to that list.
Okay, and then President John is there, right? Also?
Yeah, well, he's right here.
Okay. John, if you also can touch base with
Francis Johnson.
what's his name? Francis Johnson, because I know you have a relationship with him also.
I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, if you could, because like the first time it happened in the past was that his assistant is not as responsive as we like her to be. So I reached out to her again, and so I know that he could do it, and that he expressed that he wanted to do it, and because of her, he wasn't able to do it last year. So I just want to make sure that didn't happen again this year. So I sent her emails and stuff like that. So you can kind of, touch base with him just so that he can give her a polite nudge in responding so that we can finally.
Okay.
That'd be good.
I got you.
Well, that's great. We added John Harper to the conference committee. So,
Oh, excellent.
so yeah.
Hey, John.
Hey, David.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, those are pretty much our points.
I had a question then. Okay, so I'm still on the email list as far as like membership, what PayPal stuff comes in or whatever. Then I guess Charles didn't make the email, the old email addresses inactive yet, so all that stuff still comes in. So my question is, since the regular website is still up, are people going to that and becoming members through that?
Yep,
Or are they becoming members through the website?
nope, they're coming through that, and so that's why we've been trying to, I've sent Charles an email, I'm gonna pick up the phone maybe the next hour to see, like, can he get that done, because I've sent a couple, and we even had a whole affiliate chapter. Hey,
Yeah, I saw that.
and Jarrell called me like, we don't even know who this is, like, cause we don't have any access, and all of the phone the other time to do it, and I haven't had a response, so I'm gonna call him today.
So is it gonna be a site redirect, or is it
I'm gonna ask him for a site redirect,
okay?
and then I'm gonna ask him for access to that whole membership list, because Darlene's the only person that has access to it, and that's not good either. Do you have access to the membership list still?
Do I mean, is it still up, like, will it work?
The website's still up. Yeah. I don't know if I think everything's still functioning.
If the passwords and all that stuff hasn't changed and whatever, then yeah. I have to look for it, find it, and send it to you. I can just send it to you so you have it.
That's fine. I just was saying, like, before when you made the call to Charles, like the conference page, he knows that we made another one, so it's gone and I can't access it. So, like, I would like to get that list, the last updated list before I call him and stuff happens. If possible, but I'm gonna also ask him, because I have a pretty good response with Charles if I ask him for a list, kind of. So I just need to pick up the phone and call him.
Yeah. But what about through PayPal? They take through PayPal. Can't you guys log on through PayPal and get their information from there?
Yeah, so Jarrell says he has that. He was just asking, and he was inquiring if there was a way so that he doesn't, because he's like, I have a name, I have an email address and stuff like that. But, just instead of like, who are you? Like, hi, we will, I think he is gonna reach out and figure that out, or has figured it out, but, he just didn't want to be like, okay, we got your money, but we don't know who you are. So who are you? So he's like that.
But as far as the affiliate chapters, it's not gonna list the names of the affiliate chapter members and all that stuff. None of that's gonna be on there. It's just gonna have that person's name, their email address,
and then the 5 numbers.
Yeah, and it might have, it depends on what they filled out, but it might have their school information. But I don't think that that payment come through PayPal?
Yeah.
Did it come through, oh, it did come through PayPal?
Mhm.
Okay. They normally when they send the checks and stuff, it just, we don't have nothing, we really do have to go back and do just that, and just ask them, who are you, and what is this, who is the membership for, and stuff like that.
All right, yeah, so, I mean, I think, I was like, it's awesome that we have an affiliate chapter, don't know where they got it from, but that's pretty awesome. But,
Well, the ones that, my concern is that the membership, the numbers that I see coming in, that's those are the only numbers.
yeah, currently, no, there's people on the Wild Apricot website.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, I hope that's not it.
no.
Well, don't get too excited
Yeah,
because
don't
it
get
ain't too far.
yeah,
It ain't too. Let me go ahead and dispel this dream.
But like I'm gonna urge you guys to, pay your dues as well. We would love for you to.
I'll pay mine.
Talking about,
Has the board paid?
Nope.
let's not even talk about it. And then,
I'm not looking at my problems anymore.
no, they're not. We just would love for you to be a member of NBGSA.
Right, you could be a member.
Last year.
Okay, thank you.
But, I'm gonna send you the new
Taking
site.
our fees, what you said?
We're always looking for members.
Yeah, we're always looking for members.
Always.
I'm
We're gonna go
gonna
on
ask-
campus and pull our pants down.
Your husband got a master's? No?
What you saying?
I said we're gonna go on campus and do some stripping,
She working on hers right now.
raise funds. We're gonna go on campus, do some stripping. We gotta do what we gotta do, coins.
But that was it on our end. I mean, I might text you if I think of a question, but we just wanted to text you.
Okay, that's fine.
And, I can't see any of the, I don't have publisher, so between you and John, that's gonna be, I will only see the PDF, I don't have publisher.
You got it. I mean, yeah.
Okay, we'll get those.
What's your name?
He said he got it.
Okay.
All right, awesome, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye. You have all published on your laptop?
Yeah.
Bye,
Should
David.
be on there.
No, all right.
I'm sorry.
You say you're sorry?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, let's make moves. Where I look
Look, I don't care.
Is it walking distance stuff?
None of us have a car?
Or-
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, none of us have a
You
car.
have a car?
I didn't drive.
You didn't drive?
No, I rode.
I thought you took it.
I drove my girlfriend. She's gone.
She was here? Chanel was here?
Yeah, she drove me out.
Oh,
She's from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
She went to her mom's house.
She's like, oh, a trip, all right, bet.
But yeah, I'm open to whatever.
Y'all just gonna have to give me directions because you know I'm going.
You
We weren't gonna let us
should
back
have
in
no
the door.
problem getting back in. Did you ever get a sticker?
Yeah.
How did I get one? What were they doing?
I didn't do none of that. Literally, I'm parked.
I'm
Walked
just
to the
mad
front.
it's our license.
The lady was like, "Hi, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm
Mad.
good." I said, "This is the library. I have a meeting scheduled." And she was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Did you pay and put the ticket on your dashboard?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, go on through."
I told you what it
They treated y'all like.
A part of me wanted to see if my student ID.
All right, so we're breaking for lunch, Mike.
Oh, is he still listening?
Wow.
So-
Yeah, I'm still here. He said, yeah, I'm still here. Oh, yeah, we're breaking for lunch. We'll send you the new link when we get back.
Okay.
It's locked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's locked.
How we gonna get back in? Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her, who's let you in here?